Hey everyone, Dr. Alex Twinging back with you, and we are doing a little squat analysis here. This young man is Dan. Dan actually serves this amazing country of ours, and he is working out here. He actually just started squatting heavy again for the first time in, heck, I don't know, he's making a push to 400 pounds, which is great. Dan did this, and he goes, hey doc, would love some pointers. Could you take a look at this? And I was like, you better believe it, Buster. I'll take a look at it. So, first things first, what do we see right when we start? Same thing we always want to look at is we want to look at our bar placement once we're actually braced. So we're going to go forward a little bit. You can see Dan actually in this right. So on the right side here, you can see that he's actually already braced. So he's got this packed in right here. Yet, what are we looking for? We want to see our points of emphasis. So we can't see behind him, but we're going to assume that shoulder's right around here. Here's that hip. Here's the knee. And there's about where we're going to brace on the middle of that foot. And you can see we're not quite plumb, yet at the same time, you know, he's not far off. This is a pretty good start. One thing I would like to see Dan do better is bracing this. So this midsection, bracing here in combination with this. We want to see as we brace, we want to see, if you look on this left side, we want to see these lats turn on and kind of screw our elbows down so that we have tension, okay? So when we look at Dan here, let's look at the right. So we're going to look at the right, this side. Right, left. Now we know where we're going, okay? So when we look at Dan, watch his first move. Watch this right here. So before our knees even move, we get this, our hips go back. Now, when we do this, it's not the end of the world. Yet what we do is we kind of break this. We worked so hard to get this brace here, this big breath of air. We have this belt. All we're trying to do is just brace ourselves into a good pattern to protect and just really just stabilize this so that we can use these big pistons down here to move the weight up and down. But what we do here is this first movement, hips go back. So as soon as these hips go back, watch what happens right here as well as the hips go back. So do you see how right now everything's really braced on the front of that belt? It's like a nice even line. Then as soon as we get to here, see how we lose that brace? We become untucked. So what that does is we're leaking a little bit of power. As we come down, we're still looking at the right side here. Not a bad bottom position from what I can see from this angle. We're definitely tight, but that's not a problem. Let's look at the left. So when we look at the left, let's just clear this here. So left side, one more time. So when we look at the left side here, as we come to the bottom, so once again, first movement, those hips go back. Not the end of the world, not great, not terrible. We get a little bit of eye contact here from Dan on this first rep. How we doing, Dan? Good to see you. We come down. Now, one of the things I want to point out here is watch his feet. Watch down here. Watch how much shifting we get on these feet as we come down. So now we're into the front of the shoe right there. See how his toes go down? And then watch how that right foot, so watch right where I put the dang arrow, but watch what the middle part right there of that right foot does. See how that thing falls in? And then watch that knee. So when we hit the bottom, watch this knee. See how it kind of wobbles? So basically what that entails is that we need to do a better job of taking these knees and driving them out. So if we can get these knees, Dan, if you can get these knees to come out, so push them out over your feet a little bit more, it'll allow these hips to open up and it'll allow you to squat down more. So instead of getting this with our low back and getting it like losing our brace, what we can do is then we can be and then we can keep everything stacked up. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to push these knees out more. First, that's one of the big things. We also need to do just a decent, like a more asserted effort in bracing. Now, if I was to venture a guess, Dan, I mean, can you see the difference in angle here? So look at this side. We're on the left here, guys. So look at this side, this angle right there versus this one. So you got about 84 degrees there. Clear that. And then we got an angle over here of, 86, tomato, potato. But I'm more talking about this angle right here. This. Look at how much further out that leg is versus this one. See what I'm saying there? See the difference in the femurs? So how this femur is trajecting this way more, and this one is kind of in line with that joint. What we want to see is both of the knees come out. get out of the way. Okay, so number one, we could use a better brace. Number two, we need to be doing more external rotation or pushing the knees out more to allow yourself to sit down. Lastly, I would really like to see, so right here when you come out of the bottom of the squat, so we're on the left again, guys. When you come out of the bottom of the squat, watch what you do with your feet. Oh yeah, let's set all those puppies in. When we get set here, man, I want you to lock those feet in. You're going to grip the ground with your feet, and you're going to think about putting all the pressure on the outer edge of your foot. Well, not the outer edge per se, but I want the weight right in front of your tibia. So I want you to think like all the weight is centered over your shoelaces, okay? And once you lock these feet in, lock them in. Don't let these suckers move, because these are all the force. Your force comes from here and then goes up. So when these become shifted, we just leak power. And if we're going to go for a 400-pound squat, I don't know how much you weigh right now, Dan, but you're looking pretty lean. So, I mean, close to a double body weight squat. So when we get to 2x body weight, we need all the power we can get. And from you, this part right here, these feet need to be more active. So let's just go through the list here really quick. So number one, we need to work on, can't draw there. One, let's work on our brace. Let's be more concentrated with the brace. Two, let's think about sitting down. So sit down, not back. And we're going to do this by pushing our knees out. So knees out. Lastly, I think that one of the biggest things, and this is number 3, we're going to do it on the left side. 3 is feet. You become more active with your feet, you're going to lose less power. Now, that's what I'm seeing right here, man. Otherwise, I mean, this is like, first things first, thank you for serving our country. Like, I cannot thank you enough for doing that. Overall, this is a really solid squat, especially for someone as tall as you are. Yet, when we're getting into the minutia of trying to get heavier and heavier, we need to be concerted and we need to be concentrated and we need to know what we want to do. So those are my 3 things, big things there. Dan, if you need anything else from me, dude, feel free to reach out to me. If anybody else has any other questions, I'm more than willing to do this for you guys. Reach out. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye.